Missouri senators add their own touches to state employee pension reform before a final version of the bill is sent to the governor for his signature. House Bill 1 began its journey in the Missouri Senate's Veterans Affairs, Pensions, and Urban Affairs Committee with an explanation by its House sponsor, Representative Jim Vebrock of Republic. The bill was then heard by the Government Accountability and Fiscal Oversight Panel. Once House Bill 1 reached the upper chamber for debate, the measure found its fair share of supporters and opponents.
Mr. President, for the benefit of the body, this is the pension reform legislation. The House passed its version of pension reform, and what we are doing with the Senate committee substitute is we are taking the bill back to the version of pension reform that this chamber twice passed during the regular session.
But Senator Tim Green of St. Louis questioned the need for this particular version of pension reform, saying the current system works just fine.
We are nothing like the state of Illinois that is practically borrowing money, which has dropped their bond rating, I think, to a BB because they keep taking out loans to pay into their pension systems. Similar, I think California has issues with their pension systems. So when we say reform, Mosier's, the retirement system for the state employees, is run very effectively and functions quite well.
Other senators wanted to know about certain elements of the bill, including Senator Rita of St. Louis.
The second concern that I had to do with the vesting.
Sure.
We're moving from 5 to 10.
Sure.
That seems like an awful long time for me, and I will say that
sure.
5 years, I guess, is probably the industry average. Would you agree with that? Would you say that that's kind of a normal 5-year vesting? What would you think what is it now?
Senator Crowell also addressed concerns about any connections between House Bill 1 and House Bill 2, the Manufacturing Jobs Act.
I don't find that to be the algebraic equation that's going on. I believe we need to make the pension reductions, the pension reforms, the pension savings in and of itself.
Day 2 of debate in the Senate prompted lawmakers to question overall reform provisions in the bill.
The revenues very drastically low coming into the state. Reductions have to be made to deal with balancing the budget, and that's the only responsible thing to do.
House Bill 1 passed on a 25-5 vote and was signed by Senate President Pro Tem Charlie Shields of St. Joseph before the first extraordinary session of the 95th General Assembly came to a close.
Seeing no objections, the bill will be so signed.
The pension reform measure has been signed by the governor and will take effect on October 12th, 90 days after the conclusion of the special session. Reporting from the Missouri Senate, I'm Dean Morgan.
After the break, we'll tell you about several bills that have received the governor's signature since the conclusion of the 2010 regular legislative session. Stay tuned.